Curd or dahi is one of the most cherished dairy products by us Indians. But which curd do you use? Amul, Mother Dairy, from a regional brand or from the local dairy? Basically, which is the best curd in the Indian market? Let us find out. Hello friends, welcome to FitTuber. Curd not only amplifies the taste of any meal, but also being rich in calcium, probiotics and protein, it is among the top strength-giving foods on the planet. But is it true for the packaged curd that we generally buy? To find out the best curd in India, I have thoroughly researched all the options available and have categorized them into 4 categories. Let's begin with category number 1, which includes the most popular packaged curds. Be it Amul Masti Dahi, Mother Dairy Dahi, or whatever local brand that is available near you. Prima facie, when you look at any such curd, a few questions bother you. First, how is it that its shelf life is as high as 15 days? Why does the consistency and the taste of this curd is so constant? Well, go through the ingredient list of any such curd and you would find that most of these mention pasteurized toned milk, milk solids and active culture. Now, pasteurization of milk is a process where raw milk is heated to around 70 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes and then rapidly cooled to 5 degrees. Since bacteria and other harmful microorganisms can't stand this sudden temperature change, they get destroyed, which is a good thing. But what's bad is that pasteurization significantly alters the structure of vital nutrients like vitamin A, D, B12 and calcium, making difficult for the body to absorb them. Even digestibility of the milk gets reduced after it's pasteurized. All this is done to increase the shelf life. Secondly, the active culture added to milk to make this curd is not the usual curd that we use as a starter at home. It may be lab synthesized. Consumer voice does throw some light on the kind of culture used commercially. No wonder the consistency and the taste of packaged curd is quite different to the one which is made at home. Thirdly, to make curd, only 2 things are required: milk and active culture. But what is this milk solids? Is it milk powder? We can merely speculate. I tried reaching out to various popular brands but couldn't get a satisfactory answer. Having such ambiguity of the process for a simple food like curd, this surely isn't the best for you. Moving next to category number 2, which includes the curd sourced from a local dairy. After talking to a few vendors, I understood that this curd is better than the packaged curd mentioned in category number 1, primarily because they use the traditional method of setting the curd. They procure raw milk, boil it in a large iron kadhai, they let it come down to lukewarm temperature and then they add curd as a starter. Now they might use 100% cow milk, 100% buffalo milk or a mixture of both. This depends on vendor to vendor. The curd from these local dairies is not only tastier, but its look and feel is like homemade curd. To understand better the difference between packaged curd and dairy curd, I tried setting the curd using the same milk but 2 different active cultures, one from the local dairy and other from packaged curd. This is because the starter culture used to make curd is like a seed which decides the quality of the curd formed. Now this is how these curds have turned out. While the curd made using local dairy culture was well set and tasted good, on the other hand, packaged one was neither as well set nor it tasted as good. This raises the question whether the packaged curd has enough probiotics which are paramount for healthy gut. So have no doubt in mind that curd from a local dairy is better than packaged curd, but the best is yet to come. Let's move to category number 3. Now the curds mentioned in the previous 2 categories are made from A1 milk and not A2 milk. What's this A1 A2 milk, you may ask? Simply put, milk from foreign breeds is A1 milk, whereas milk from our traditional Desi cow breeds is A2 milk. Studies show that the sudden rise in milk-related problems is due to A1 milk protein. A2 milk, on the other hand, is an excellent source of omega-3s and vitamin D. So a question pops up. How can we buy curd which has been made using A2 milk? All you need to do is Google search for an A2 milk farm near you. Most probably you will find quite a few options. You can call them and ask them which breed of cow do they have. There are many A2 cow breeds, but these are the common ones. Once you are satisfied, you can order and get A2 milk curd delivered at your doorstep. Price wise, you can get it around Rs 120 per kg. Considering the benefits this curd will provide you, it's worth it. Now before we move to the best category, let's quickly talk about the recent trend of Greek fruit yogurts. Greek yogurt is nothing but a fancy term for hung curd. This curd is thick and dense, which is also why it boasts of higher protein. But since it is devoid of whey water, it's not easy to digest and can cause constipation. Fruit yogurts aren't as good as they are projected. With hardly any real fruit, they are rather loaded with artificial colors, chemical flavors and preservatives. One can make a better version at home at half the price. Coming back, if you want to enjoy the best curd, you will need to buy A2 milk. A2 milk can be procured from the Desi cow breed farm as we have discussed, or you can even use pure buffalo milk as it too naturally has only A2 milk protein. Once you have got milk on hands, set your own curd. It's easy, although if you haven't had good luck with making curd at home, probably you are making one of these 4 mistakes. First, you use low-fat milk to set the curd. Second, you don't add the starter culture at the right temperature. Third, the quality of starter culture isn't good. Fourth, the environment in which the curd is let to set isn't appropriate. But don't worry, to make perfect curd every single time, foremost take a pan, preferably iron kadhai, and rinse it with clean water. Then add half a liter of milk in it and turn on the flame. Make sure you are not using toned milk. When the milk is getting heated, stir once or twice so that the milk does not get burnt from the bottom. Once the milk boils, don't turn off the gas. Let it boil for another 3-4 minutes. This will thicken the milk a little. Now turn the flame off, cover it and let the milk come down to lukewarm temperature. Now this step is the most important. If you add starter culture in hot milk, the bacteria in the culture can get destroyed and the curd won't be properly formed. On the other hand, if we add starter culture in cool milk, bacteria won't be able to start the fermentation process. So lukewarm temperature is necessary. The milk should feel warm but bearable. Now take 1 to 2 teaspoons of the curd starter and add in the warm milk. In winter you can add 2 teaspoons, whereas in summers 1 teaspoon works fine. With a small wired whisk or a spoon, mix very well. Then pour this mixture in a container you wish to set curd in. Cover the container and keep it in a warm, dry place. In winter, it is recommended to either use a casserole to set the curd or simply cover the container with a warm cloth like a shawl or towel. Let the container sit untouched for about 6 to 7 hours and that's it, your yummy curd is ready. Don't keep it for longer as it can get sour. If you don't wish to use it, then better keep it in a refrigerator. See how well the curd has set. It's thick and naturally sweet to taste. Every time you eat this curd, keep a little as starter for the next batch. Cheaper, fresher, tasty and healthy, it's this curd which is known for its numerous benefits, be it a robust digestive system, stronger bones or bodily strength. So it's time we turn our back to the compromising options and start making curd at home from A2 milk. I want to confirm that whatever I have spoken in this video is my honest opinion. I'm not with or against any brand. Check out a special Ayurvedic oil for your hair, the Tru Hair Oil. It's special because Tru Hair comes with Tru Heater. Of course, we all know that if we apply warm oil on the scalp, it works much better. Although we often feel lazy to warm it, and if it gets too hot, then it's again a problem. Its solution is Tru Hair Oil, which comes with Tru Heater. It heats the oil until 65 degrees and then automatically turns off. It takes about 4 minutes and you get a clear signal as the light flashes off. This is an intelligent product using which you can get the benefit of 13 Ayurvedic herbs without any hassle. And it's pocket friendly as well. There is an onion variant available also. Both are 100% natural. To buy it, click on the link down in the description box. Don't forget to apply the special discount coupon through which you will get an additional 5% off. If you want to unclog your arteries and prevent a heart attack, then I recommend you check out this video. My name is Vivek. I thank you so much for watching.